Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to my playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker. I am really low on energy today. This is going to be a bit of a struggle. So yes, welcome back. I am currently playing through Pathfinder Kingmaker. I am a lawful good rogue. I am currently underneath the Sycamore Tree. I am looking for Tartuccio. That's as much as I remember. I've taken care of the Stag Lord stuff and waiting for the fog to clear. I remember that much, but it is just like, find something to do while the fog clears, so I'm going after Tartuccio, who I believe is down here somewhere. If you ever do miss a video, I do have the videos being copied essentially over to my YouTube channel. So if you type !YouTube into the chat, Nightbot will serve you up a link. I've also started streaming other stuff. Not streaming other stuff, sorry. I'm recording myself playing through Command & Conquer Remastered Edition. And that is exclusively going up to my YouTube channel. It's not that I don't want to stream it, it's just I don't want to stream it and forget that the chat is there because I'm frantic with stuff on screen. I've just gotten little bits of flashback. I'm a rogue with no dex because I have 8 points of ability damage. Valerie has some agility damage, as does Tristan. So we're all looking not very good. We're down here. There was terrible, terrible things about. I can't remember how I got into that chamber, but I cleared it out. I think it's just a case of continuing on looking throughout. So yeah, I've got the Command & Conquer Remastered. That's a terrible thing. Remastered Edition. I mean, it's not flagging up as a bad guy.
Serves you right.
So, Lindsay shooted it and then move away. Say it's not flagging up as a bad guy. It's not flagging up yet as a bad guy. This is a bad idea. Oh no, it's dead. By the looks of it. I mean, it's not flagging. Ah, there we go. More enemies. Well, the big thing isn't a problem. At least. But yeah, so I got Command & Conquer. Corpse of a bad guy. No, just a random corpse that I found in here. It was like that when I found it.
This should do it.
That is my reasoning. I am going to stick with it. Valerie, move forward and engage. So yeah, I was just telling everybody about the fact that I've got Command & Conquer Remastered. I'm recording it and uploading it to YouTube exclusively. I'm uploading that daily for the moment. But it's only one mission a day, and if anybody's ever played Command & Conquer, then they know that some of the missions aren't very long, so you do find that there's sort of like 1 or 2. This is an indoor lake. The dark waters of the underground lake provide no hint to their depth. Okay, mandibles of a huge spider. The mandibles of a huge spider that belong to the fallen hero of the might. Okay. I mean, that's a thing, I suppose. Oh, there's something hidden there. It's a jeweled rice. Nuts, fruits, and rice. Is there anything else? There's also something over here. It's another piece of this fragment of a scorched necklace. Wonder how many of those I'm eventually going to get. And I do declare that a dead end. So yeah, some of the videos are like 3 minutes long. Yeah, that's, by the sounds of it, it was a fallen hero of the might. So the might did it. Oh, the mights bequeathed it hero status. Let's see if I can get a rough idea of where I'm supposed to be going. Okay, that's up. And I do believe that'll be up on the might side. Let's just stick my head up. Yep, okay, live. And... I mean, the mites could have a hero as being a giant spider. I mean, the kobolds will have a dragon as a hero. With great mights come great responsibilities. I think you're missing a pun somewhere else in that. With great mights come great spiders? Arachnids. With great mights come great gargantuan arachnids? No, I think that needs workshopping for a while.
All according to plan.
It's not quite giving it the sense of oomph that I would like to see in a pun. Yeah, this isn't creepy at all. Everybody get roughly in order. I don't want the tanks being at the back. A left and a right. Well, we've already cleared out the left. So I suppose we'll have to go to the right. I'm quick saving it a few times here, just because there's a few people that are near death, and I would rather them not die. Greater giant frog. Okay, there are multiple frogs. There is a chest. There is some treasure back there. The sunlight managed to find its way into the dungeon, creating this this island of life. Okay, it's a token of the druid. Nobody seemed to mind me taking that. So, I'm a rogue, these are frogs, this is perfectly within my realm of taking. A golden toad weighs 10 pounds, that's pretty excessive. But is also worth 250 gold. It looks more like an idol than a decorative figurine. Alright, take it and run! No, okay, take it and engage in combat. Well, that's the first natural one of the game. Luckily, it wasn't me for once. God, that was close. Spider-Man reference always obscure. Yeah, I get the Spider-Man reference with great with great power comes great responsibility. So you're not that obscure today. It's just I feel that the reference when bastardized for with great might comes great responsibility needs a little extra something in there. And there's my natural one. Okay, I don't like where you are, Lindsay, so move back.
Any last wishes?
And try to take care of this frog that is probably going to murder me. If not now, at some point. Oh, that was an attack of opportunity. Luckily it missed. Can we move away just a little? I'm stuck between a greater giant frog and a giant poisonous frog. They're poisonous? Oh, good God, I should have been focusing on the blue ones. I don't think they're big enough to swallow anybody whole other than Lindsay?
Repent.
Move away. Kill the poisonous ones that are refusing to die. The almighty Spider-Man. Yeah, they're dealing con damage. Great stuff, great stuff. So not only can I not dodge at the moment, things are just gonna straight up murder me. Lindsay, keep moving away. I don't trust these frogs. Not as far as I can throw them. Competent bonus to skill checks. Yeah, do a spell. Because I could do with taking some of these people out before they actually get round to murdering me. Yeah, change weapon and then stab that guy. There we go. Sneak attack. Reasonable damage. Bum. Hey, Crit Commissioned. How's it going? Crit Commissioned, if anybody's not been around on the stream before, is the person who does my lovely artwork. You should see a little token of K-Bot down by Valerie over here. And also, if you look at the loading screen, at the moment, trying to think what piece of work I want commissioning from them next. It might be to do with the... Ooh, that was nasty. I mean, it wasn't a crit, but luckily. So yeah, let's... I'm slightly worried about these poisonous frogs. By the way, Crit Commission's British Bumbershoot shoot is a GM on Saturdays. They changed their name away from Jaylee Walsh, so yeah, confusing. But don't like them too much. They still traumatized us on Saturday.
This is where I step in.
I could tell you about my game on Saturday.
Stay behind me.
Basically, the GM took all our weapons off of us and then forced us to fight in a fight that we weren't really anywhere near. Oh, you noticed last week. I wasn't sure when they did it, and I walked away. Why did I walk away? I didn't want to walk away. I just wanted to stab the thing. Shazbot. Now I need to use that. Oh, I can actually change it as a move action and then miss, because that's what I do. So yeah, then threw us into a fight that we were not prepared with, and then it was 2 hours of running around trying not to die. I gave you a test run with the whole disarming thing back at the bar. Yes, and I did the one thing that I always do, which is sneak in a weapon. I can't help it if nobody else takes that kind of initiative.
Tear them apart!
I'll fight if I have to.
You know. Also, you know,
Right.
Bruno's refusal to give any kind of indications as to what their plan was for getting inside the facility. Where it's like, don't worry about it, I can get myself in, and it's like, alright, how are you going to get yourself in? Now that we're in combat, I am going to essentially dimension, or I can't remember what it is, reality leap? Because they're a witch warper. Because we ain't playing no D&D. And it's like, yes, I'm going to base it off the location of their dog tags. Yeah, the dog tags are back at the bar that we mentioned earlier. Well, that's an interesting thing. Oh, I hated this fight. It's not too bad. I mean, they're killing me with the poison a little. But because it's turn-based, it's not as actually frantic, and Valerie is just tanking up and is an absolute beast. It takes a natural 20 on the die to hit Valerie on most targets at this level. Don't kill Frog King. It's a fragile ecosystem out here. I've not seen a Frog King. But if he attacks me, he's fair game. Oh yeah, welcome, Geeks for Good. That's it. You have names, people. And I shall try to endeavour to remember to use them. And the rogue still misses. Huh, you missed.
Repent.
So yeah, that fight, I gotta say, it does really benefit from being in turn-based. I can see why that fight would be difficult if you were trying to do it in real time. It would start like trying to get everybody to go every which way, all at the same time, and maintain some degree of battlefield control.
As it
Would
should
just be so messy in real time, even with the sort of like instant pausing that you can do. There's that tunnel there that I've not gone down. Which tunnel is it? It's this tunnel here. I can't see where anybody's trying to go. Oh yeah, because there's that athletics thing there. But yeah, seeing as though it's in turn-based, I mean, we're looking rough at the moment. If we just go to this guy's character sheet, he's down a point in con, 8 points in dex, and he's a rogue. Valerie is only down a couple of points in dex, but that's not really doing too much to their AC, luckily. And Tristan's down 3 points in dex, but it's going to take some recovering to get over that. All glory to the Frog King. Do you know how difficult it is to say Frog King without just saying something completely else, different? I should probably heal up a little to... I have no spells that I can convert. Oh, you've got some spells. You heal. I'm running a little for us. I've got a few channels left. Ooh, that was a good one. Oh, that was another good one. Why do you not do that kind of rolling when it's me? I don't think you can actually get much higher. 1d8 plus 1 for every caster level, and we're currently level 4. So that'd be 4 plus 8 is 12, so 7 and 12. Yeah, great stuff, Lindsay. Heal the barbarian really well. Yeah, it is a bit Frog King difficult. So I do wish you would all stop saying Frog King in the chat so I don't have to read it. And there goes some more decks off. Who lost it? Oh, it's Valerie. Yeah, that's another pretty much straight up miss. By the great wondrous... Well, to be fair, my deck is so badly damaged, and there's a spitting one in there that can go away. It's curious that it chose to move up to us and then spit at us.
Last wishes.
I forgot what I was saying. I am so tired at the moment. There we go. That's one of them dead. Oh yeah, dex damage and all these poisons that have gone on. There's a lot of poisons down here, and I don't appreciate it. And to a certain degree, it's going to take so long to get rid of it. If this was, Baldur's Gate or something like that, then I'd be tempted to just go to an inn and rest up until all the damage is healed. But this isn't Baldur's Gate, and I've got a 90-day period, which is currently sitting at 74 days. And I don't know how much I've got to achieve in that time frame. That'll be the other out into the mites area. So I don't want to, run out of time simply because I chose at this moment in time to go to an inn and rest up until everybody's stats are back to normal. Which I kind of prefer when it comes to actually playing tabletop role-playing games. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to GM for that kind of thing if you're going off an adventure path of the like. Because it's like, yeah, now the players get, 2-3 days downtime between the last encounter, which just wrecked their stats, and the next one.
Bring it.
But at the same token, I really like the mechanics where it's all I know.
Risk.
Chiron is poisoned to the high heavens, and he's okay. He's not gonna die anytime soon, I don't think. Although he has been Death's Door, so he's not looking too good. If he goes down again, it's game over. But that basically means because I'm the party leader, it's just straight up game over and reload. But at the same token, he's not looking too healthy, and taking a few days off to get him sorted out would just absolute. Why is there brickwork down here? Hello. Secret block. The stone plate returns to its initial position. Okay. This room is surely the oldest, most forgotten place in the dungeon. A thick layer of dust lies in it as a blanket. The inscription reads, "In praise of Taldor and the brave warriors of the 5th Army of Exploration, fallen but remembered in honor." The date below is a date, the year 2014, Age of Enthronement. By the way, the dates in Pathfinder, if they've not been messed up, I think that might be a different age altogether. Because I'm trying to remember my ages of Pathfinder. Or do they actually matter? No, they don't matter. Because I think we've switched ages recently. Anyway, I believe the current year in Pathfinder terms is 4720 as of this year. I don't know when the creek
I won't let you down.
plate lifts. Okay. Push the block.
You can count on me.
Right here, my friend.
Push the block. Ooh, there's another one
I
over
am
there.
prepared.
Hey, perception checks. So we press that one, and then we click on that. And then terrible things happen. Why did I not expect terrible things to happen? Why are all my squishes up front? Why did I not think about this thing? Why does nobody in chat ever say, don't you think the tanks would be best to be doing all this? Oh, sweet bejesus. Yeah, the last skeleton fight was not great. And that's a Dread Skeleton Elite, and that's a Nightmare Skeleton Soldier. I can't remember what the last two were called, or the last group were called, but I don't think it was Happy Fun Times. And everybody is in... Oh, can actually charge over there. Great stuff. Let's also rage. I should really rage at the start of a turn. Okay. Move a few little bits away and... bless. Octavia, you can go after that one and miss. It's the same rules for horror films. Why would we want you? Because it's a nice and friendly thing to do? I don't know. Does that need to be activated?
This will hurt.
Oh, I suppose it does need to be activated. I should have activated that a long time ago. Bewildering injury, disorientating injury, or hampering injury. Okay, that one's not great. Disorientate -2 on attack rolls, additional -2 on all attack rolls against the rogue, or penalty to AC. Let's go with the penalty to AC. And when you're watching horror movies, don't people still scream at the TV? I don't know. I don't watch horror movies. Well, not often enough to care to mention it. No, don't stab him. Oh, that could have been so much worse. Right, so what do we have? We've got spells. I'm not entirely sure if any of these are useful. So
You
just
deserved it.
use that against that guy.
Tear them apart!
If you could not stab the healer, that would be great. I wonder how I'm supposed to be able to take a 5-foot step away and then use a move
You
action.
forced my hand.
So many questions. There we go, that's not too bad. Acid Splash doesn't deal sneak attack damage, and I don't know why. Chiron, go for that one. Yep, it doesn't really matter who you try and hit.
Onwards!
God, these are some difficult rolls. And they're not exactly terrible rolls against me.
Last wishes.
They go down!
Are you raging? You're raging, aren't you? Yeah, you're raging, so okay. Let's move you a little bit further away so we can catch everybody in that. Oh, that's a thing that I can do. Yeah, let's take one of these. That's not too bad. I know that it's pretty much the only healing I've got left is, at the moment, but at the same token, it's not the end of the world. I really do wish I could figure out what causes Octavia's sneak attack to go off, because Amory is engaged with the skeleton, but it's not causing the sneak attack damage. That's not good. Leave the people alone. Grace. Actually, no. Delay you until there. Tristane, move away. Shoot that guy. You move away. And then... Gillespie? What does that do against undead? Sure, but we don't message the main characters about their poor life choices. Where's the fun in that? Frog King be phrased. Frog be phrased. Praised. I can English. Don't judge me. Let's grease that guy. And fall over. Yes, you do. That's going to make you more difficult to hit with ranged attacks. I will consider that a bad idea once I've taken care of the others.
Let's try this way.
Come on. Ooh. How's Valerie doing? Valerie's doing not great, but yeah, everybody's a little bit injured apart from Lindsay, so let's do some of that. And that's the end of your turn.
I'll fight if I have to.
Does that difficulty dodge prone? No, prone is adding on to it.
This is where I step in.
So yeah, prone is adding to the AC. Either of these. Oh, there we go. Right, let's see if we can't take out one of these people.
Survive. I always survive.
Apparently they are close enough to attack of opportunity Amory. So Amory might be lying down for a while.
Serves you right.
if I can take care of one of these, I might consider moving
A
a
calculated
little ways
risk.
away from Amory so that she can actually stand up. Oh, that's just mean. Amory is down for a
You
while.
can't stop me.
God damn it, you're the only person who
You
can hit these
deserved
things.
I'll survive. I always
Yep, no, Amory is
survive.
down for this fight.
This will hurt.
I don't have enough healing to bring her back up. God damn it. I thought that was supposed to keep them slipping as they tried to move out of it. Move away.
I'll try to make this swift.
Move away.
Consider me provoked.
Can we at least get rid of one of these anytime soon? How? 47 hit points.
Let's try this way.
And you've not got an easy AC to get past. Right. What do I have? Under abilities, I've got not much left. Rebuke Death. Rebuke Death, you touch a living creature as a standard action, healing it 1d4 plus or 1 for every 2 levels you possess the cast ability of the game. Nope, that's not going to do much against the undead. Touch of Good, you can touch a... for how long is that? For half a level, so you're level 4? We're level 4, right? So that'd be 2 rounds as a +1 bonus. Blessing of the Faithful. We're attacking skeletons. Where did you go AFK? That might give us some indication of what you've missed. Oh, it's only to one person. So what's it give? +2 sacred bonus to attack, roll, skill checks, and ability check saving throws and AC until the end of the next turn. Sure, why not? Yeah, I stood on some switches, found a hidden room, put my tanks at the back, my fighters, my damage dealers, and squishy people at the front because that was a good idea. And I have been trying to recover from that mistake ever since. What's that do? Oh, arcane. Ooh. 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 I can recast one of my spells. They're all first level spells. I should really start casting that at the beginning of the day. Color spray now. Hurricane bow, maybe? Oh wait, no, these guys are likely to be resistant to piercing damage. What do you mean, my hubris? When to put a duck in the oven? About 10 minutes or so. Feels like I've been having this fight for the last 10 minutes or so. Snowball? No. Undead are usually resistant to cold. Is this going to tell me? Damage reduction 5 apart from bludgeoning. But it's not got... oh. Energy cold. So the snowball is not going to do anything. I mean, this might do it. I mean, it would help. Right, you've moved as fast as you can. Okay. You don't have anything left in reserve, do you? Not really. Is it worthwhile reviewing what spells I've got here? Scroll of Bane, Scroll of Bless, Color Spray, Corrosive Touch, Cure Light Wounds, Doom, Expeditious retreat. Inflict wounds. You have a wand. Expeditious retreat. Protection from chaos. Ray of enfeeblement. Ooh, ray of enfeeblement. That might not do anything. Remove blindness. Shield of faith. Shocking grasp. Shocking grasp could work. Summon monster one. True strike. And raise dead. Nice, isn't it? And this is a wand of lead blades that would work on anybody but you, realistically. I think that was terrible. You actually hit, but didn't do any damage.
This should do it.
Let's concentrate on trying to take you out. Because it's important that some... Why is everybody beating up on the cleric? Could you just not, though?
So it's come to this.
Alright, you've got a wand. What wand was it? You have a wand of True Strike. That does not really help me in my prudent predicament. Slowly eking out this thing's life force is gonna help? If everybody could stop messing up. Oh, you know, it's looking 19, 16 to hit. It's no wonder I'm always missing.
Dawnflower, grant me strength.
No, Dawnflower, grant him healing. That's what we need. Healing, not strength.
This is for you.
Luckily, you're a consistent hitter. You're a consistent hitter, or you're getting consistent, but you're missing a lot, or not doing any damage. Karen's just knackered in the dex department. Yeah, I need a natural 20 to hit.
I see your light.
These numbers that pop up, it's all like...
I'll fight if I have to.
This one is a 13 versus a 7. So basically, anytime that Octavia rolls higher than a 7, it'll hit.
You deserved it.
For Lindsay, it's a 14. For Chiron,
Calculated risk.
it's a 19 against this one.
Let us strike as one.
It's even worse when it comes to... Hey, Murder Sauce! It's even worse when it comes to the ones with shields, but this guy is the troublesome one.
Last wishes.
This will hurt.
I actually had somebody follow me the other day who wasn't actually... Well, they followed me while I wasn't streaming. And that makes me curious as to, do I know them? And if I do, could you not? They're getting smart, they realise that they can't hit the tank, so they're walking away. Right, so move. No. Oh, okay. If I right click, it changes it into a 5-foot step.
You can't stop me. Consider me provoked.
Critical hit. It's nearly dead. Okay. Just a little more. Critical hit. Great stuff. The thing is, by walking away from them, because one of the things about Pathfinder is it's a -4 to shoot that guy because he's in melee range with somebody that you're not trying to hit. Now he's walked away, it's lowered to a 15 and I still miss! And Octavia is the damage dealer, so I kind of don't want her to go down. But at the same token, there's not much I can do. Apart from taking these bleeding 5-foot steps, and then I can't move any further.
This is for you.
Come on. There we go, that's one down.
This is where I step in.
Okay, you're gonna move over there. Just to kind of keep you safe, and shoot that guy in the back.
Should do it.
Oh wow, there's nobody around him and it's already a 20.
Onwards!
That's gonna make it difficult. Right. Go over there.
I'll fight if I have
Acid
to.
splash. Nice. Go over there. And
Seriously,
crossbow to the
wait.
face. No, don't attack me! I'm squishy.
A calculated risk.
Stay behind me!
Okay, how are we doing on the other two? Okay, that's not great. Lindsay, what is your dex? Your dex and reflex is a 9. If you try and travel through Greece, a reflex saving throw. If I go to your spellbook, if I go to your character sheet, if I go somewhere, it should tell me what your spell casting DC is. Anywhere? It doesn't tell me what your DC is, and that is rather annoying. Right, you're going to go into the grease. You're going to make the save.
You deserve
And then the
it.
skeleton's going to follow you and not make the save. That sounds like a plan, doesn't it, folks? Jesus.
Let us strike as one!
No, don't go after Octavia.
Hey,
Oh,
can
she's got
someone
one
help
hit point
me?
left. That's not pretty. Move away. Oh, she's got the true strike one. That's not pretty. Scorching Ray. I mean, it doesn't tell me how many hit points she got left, but this is desperate. So use it. What scrolls are for? Killed it. Nice. Right, so now Lindsay, get out of the grease.
Any last wishes?
And let's wail on this one until we're all bored, because a natural 20 to hit did not confirm it, so did 4 points of damage reduced to nothing. So Chiron actually hit. Let the record state that Chiron actually hit. He just absolutely failed to do any damage. Is that a thing about these guys? Mind affecting emotion, poison, daze, charm, stun, sleep, death, ability score, damage, drain. No, okay. I'm just trying to work out why I am not critting these guys, and I was wondering if they had immunities to crits, but they don't. It could still be a thing, it's just not listed there, I suppose.
Onward!
Not critting, sneak attacking.
You can't stop me.
Round 20. And slowly going to acid
This
this
is where I
thing to
step in.
death. I hope the treasure in this room is actually worth it. Would you not, though?
This should do it.
Stay behind me.
Consider me provoked.
So yeah, just in case anybody new is around, don't forget to drop us a follow if you want to get notifications from Twitch. Next time I go live Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. British summertime, which changes in a couple of weeks so that it's out of sync with the Americans. Well, that wasn't pretty. Still not too bad because you're a tank. Come on.
Let us strike as one.
If you could just die, that would be great. No, get a natural one from the person who only needs a 7 on the die. If you miss a episode of me streaming, don't worry, you can catch up over on my YouTube channel. It's not got a friendly link at the moment because apparently to get your name after YouTube / you need something like 100 subscribers on YouTube, and I've got 2. So I'm a little ways off of that one. But yeah, if you type in exclamation point YouTube, exclamation point, exclamation mark. I think it's a mark.
Do not falter.
Yeah, I think it's mark. I say I can English. I'll give you the link to my YouTube, and from there you can see all the previous videos, all 8 previous sessions. If you're really bored and have nothing else to do, because it's basically 16 hours of me playing this and getting this far. But I don't skip over anything, so for better or for worse, you see me level up my characters, you see me create my character, and you see me do my shopping.
You can't stop me.
And oh my word, could you stop missing? Would it help if you stood a little bit closer? Is that a problem? No, it's not a problem. It's not telling me anything about range.
Should do it.
Stay behind me.
I might be able to get slightly more. Actually, is Valerie? Valerie, are you? Yeah, you are fighting defensively.
Consider me provoked.
One of the options I could have is I could take Valerie off fighting defensively, which would give a +4 to her attack rolls. Haha, very funny.
A calculated risk.
But at the same token, I don't want to lower Valerie's AC, because if I do that, then I have a feeling that this thing is going to hit me more than I'm hitting it right now. It might make it slightly quicker for Valerie, but so far we're winning. We just need you to stop missing. Come on, it's a 7 on the die. You know, everybody is at 20s, 19s, so I expect them to miss. Can you imagine trying to play out combat for 30 rounds in real life? There we go.
In due time.
Everything finally died. Tower shield, masterwork longsword, half plate. I might check out that half plate. Nightmare skeleton soldier. Great work axe, breastplate, half plate, masterwork sword. I mean, the half plate is actually kind of nice. Just oh, you're in full plate +1, yeah. So you've got a 10, and that thing is an 8. So we can drop it because them things be heavy. Ba, 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 ba. So yeah, do we have any more?
Confide in me.
We don't. So we're going to very carefully look into this room, and then we're going to go rest. I mean, it's got a magical background. A tongi. I don't know what a tongi is. Chat, go find out what a tongi is. Taldan's Warrior's Dog Tag. Remove Curse. And a golden trinket. I mean, I'm guessing a tongi kind of looks like the thing that we found here. But it doesn't actually tell me much. Half plate plus 1, yeah, kind of expected that. It's 400 gold, so I'm gonna carry it with me. Despite its excessive weight. But I should actually probably think about getting back to town at some point.
All according to plan.
I think we were on about 8 to the Reckoner's Hall, and it was about 2 hours.
Follow my lead.
It lives in... Oh, God. Yes, Jay, the tongi does live in the mouthy.
In due
But
time.
wrong tongue. What's the point in having people in chat if you're not going to Google random things for me? But yeah, 8 rounds, and that last combat ended on round 31. 30-31. So let's leave. I think what I'm going to do is gonna run back to the inn, but if we get attacked along the way, then we're just gonna get murdered. And when I say murdered, I'm talking straight up murdered. Because the only person with any real hit points is Lindsay? No, 29-31. So we got Valerie and Lindsay. 31 and 29, so 60 hit points. So, I mean, we could maybe make it. Oh yeah, 3 minutes of time. In real time, quote unquote, but at the same token, you know, D&D time and Pathfinder time have no real relation to real time. Especially when it comes to combat. But yeah, 3 minutes it took me to take out 3 skeletons. That's actually pretty bad, even if you think about it like that. I mean, you know, you get some combats and it's all, oh, it's all over in, it's all like, you know, 30 seconds. That is because I actually quote unquote died, but because of the difficulty setting that I'm playing it on, your first death is a freebie, and you get Death's Door. The character is a Death's Door and escaped a deadly blow only by sheer luck. If their hit points fall below their negative constitution score again, they will truly die. This condition can only be removed by visiting a healer at a capital or by greater restoration. So basically, I'm on one of my 2 death blows due to the difficulty. Which is kind of good because, you know, one of the things I don't like about party-based role-playing games, computer role-playing games, is if the lead person goes down, it's game over and you reload, and so ends the story if you're playing it in, you know, hardcore. And it's all like, would everybody else, you know, we have a scroll of Revive Dead. in the group. We got given it for so like our objective, which is all fine and well. Shepherd's pie or sweet pancakes. Eating your bonus. Ooh. 5. What is it? +5 bonus to movement speed for a day. Which I do kind of want to get back to. The eating a hearty meal provides you a +1 bonus to all saving throws for a day. Oh, the shepherd's pie. Oh, the shepherd pie is easier. And I've only just started looking at what characters I can make. Yeah. Chiron is inspiring me to play more. Well, that's good to hear. So yeah. Hopefully you managed to hear, maybe you didn't, if anybody wants to just regurgitate or summarize what I said in chat for Murder Sauce.
Most nobles are noble only in words, but you have a noble heart.
Thank you. Truth be told, the false nobleness you mean was precisely what I ran away from. To some place where people are tested by their deeds, not by their words.
Valerie, learn to take a compliment, okay? Alright, let's see how much... So some of the poisons have gone away. I'm back up to a +1. Valerie's still missing 1. Tristan's missing some, but my con modifier's gone away. Everybody's not really healed up. I'm going to run back to town just to get rid of a lot of these stuff. I can English. Try to avoid the random encounter. You failed to sneak past. Prepare for battle. Okay. Why is crit commissions reciting my YouTube thing?
I'll fight if I have to.
I mean, thanks for promoting it. No, I said to roughly tell him what, because Murder Sauce is lurking, and he's working on audio stuff, so he can't hear me at the moment. So if you could, so if he can't hear me at the moment, and he's not said that he can, if you just detail him, oh, you can hear me. So did you hear my explanation about why my character's portrait is red? That's my main concern. You asked, or Crit Commissions asked, you confirmed that you wanted to know. And that's all I was trying to get Crit Commissions to reconfirm. Or repeat what I'd said. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Skin them all, collect. And skin this one and collect. There we go. Yeah, no worries. So basically, every time... are you able to set up the story so far bot? I could do, but that would require lots of setting up these commands with the bot. So yeah, every time you die in the game, depending on your level of difficulty, the way that I've got it set, or the difficulty level that I have chosen, I get basically a freebie death. I get close to dying, and by Pathfinder rules, my character would be dead. But he's actually just at death's door, which basically says, by sheer luck, you didn't die. If I was to die again, by Pathfinder rules, I'm dead, it's game over, reload or start again. For your other characters, it's not as big of an issue because you can raise them from dead using spells and whatnot. For the main player, it's game over when you die. And I was actually kind of discussing how I don't particularly like that mechanic. So let's get rid of all the junk. That's the first thing. Wow, that's a lot of junk. So now let's sort this by type. Agile pickaxe don't want, greatsword don't want. Most of these things were just being picked up to sell off. I was keeping that just in case I come across a monk. I've got so many coins, but everything else weighs next to nothing. I mean, I'm still carrying like £100 worth of stuff, but I'm not too concerned because I can get up to like 160 before it starts weighing me down. And I like keeping my consumables just in case I decide to use them later. And I also have this recipe for jeweled rice that I really need to read. I now have 8,000 gold. Empower. This rod grants the ability to make up to 3 spells they cast per day empowered, as though using the empowered skill feat. Is dead by Pathfinder's total 0 HP plus yes, it's like 3.5. So basically it's negative your constitution your constitution score. So if I have a constitution score of 8 and somebody hits me, I go down, I could be at a -5. No murder Starfinder rules are not similar at all. Starfinder rules is you go down to 0, you can die by massive damage if it takes you to negative your hit point total. And when you hit 0, every time you get hit, you lose a point of resolve. At the end of your turn, if you're unconscious and dying, you can spend a resolve point to become stable, and then you can spend another point to get up and stay in the fight. Resolve points aren't in Pathfinder. Actually, critical missions, I wouldn't argue that Starfinder is superior. I'm not a massive fan of the death and dying rules in Starfinder because it's, you can yo-yo a little bit like you do in D&D, and I'm not a big fan of the yo-yoing. I prefer the damage the way that it's dealt in Starfinder because you very rarely get into a fight, take one hit, and you're unconscious. The number of times that I have found in D&D, it doesn't matter what class you play, if you go up against the boss of that particular chapter, you can be a tank. You can be a barbarian and rage straight away, and there's a good chance that you are going to get knocked out within 1 or 2 rounds. And I'm not a fan of that. When it comes to Starfinder, I like the way that the damage is meted out, so you don't die instantly, especially if you're the tank. But I'm not a fan of the resolve rules because it's you can take a hell of a lot of damage, you can be down, you can nearly be dead, but you get to get back up again. And if you're playing Starfinder carefully, it can be very difficult to get dead. And even if you're playing Starfinder recklessly, it can be difficult to get dead. You just need to look at Trix, Perry Indigo. I think they're mainly the two reckless people that we've played. I mean, Rencho is just a beast of hit points and stamina, so it's not a surprise that he's not died. But even in that game with Knick-Knack is not the carefulest person in the world, yet it's so difficult to kill anybody. I do think that Pathfinder is a little bit vicious in the first edition, especially with the original Barbarian rules. The Barbarian rules basically stated that when you went into a rage, you got something like double your Constitution modifier score in bonus hit points. When you went unconscious, you would be below 0, or precisely at 0. When you fell out of your rage, because you're unconscious, you lose the bonus hit points. So basically, if you're a barbarian in first edition Pathfinder, using the original rules, if you got knocked out, you're dead. Now, they did change that up a little with the Unchained rules, and I don't know what Pathfinder Kingmaker actually does for that. Whether it's the Unchained Barbarian or whether it's the traditional Barbarian, I don't know. But at the same token, you know, it's not bad. It can feel a little bit vicious, especially if you're playing something like a wizard, because it could be very easy to go dead, dying, and also stabilizing rules in Pathfinder is kind of vicious. Basically, you need to make a Constitution check, which I think is like 5 or maybe 10 plus your points below negative. And it's a Constitution check, so it's not Fortitude. Trix definitely has a bit of a god complex when it comes to not dying. Part of me actually does like the death and dying rules of Pathfinder 2. For those of you not in the know about that one. So you go down and you become dying 1. You make a DC 10 flat check, so there's no modifiers, you just roll a die and you're hitting a 10. And you may stabilize. If you don't, you go down to dying 2. Then, and as soon as you hit dying 3, unless you've got some feats or abilities, you're just dead. Now, the thing that makes you slightly easier to die is the fact that you might get knocked out, stabilize, and get back up again, but then you're wounded 1. If you then go back to a dying condition, you add on the number of wounds that you already have. So if you go down a second time, you start at dying 2. And so on and so forth until you're dead. The only way to get rid of that dying effect is there's a number of mechanics, and I can't really remember without getting out of the book, but it basically means that once you get knocked out in one combat, you really need to start thinking about, do I want to start being more careful, or do we want to back out and rest? So it's not as vicious, but it can still be very deadly. So that's why I kind of like the Pathfinder 2 rules. Anyway, back to the game, back to me shopping. I can't even afford that yet. Jesus. Do I want it though? Empower. Empower spell, all variables, numerical effects of an empower spell are increased by half, including bonuses to those rolls. Extend, lasts twice as normal, for the duration of concentration, instantaneous or permanent, these are not affected by it. And reach, you can also spell with a ranged of touch, close, medium, and increase the range by 1 category in order of touch, close, medium, and long. I mean, I've not yet really gotten... I mean, it could be useful for a cross-room healing. But at the same token, I tend to go with the... Dubry, what's it? Channel healings. The extend... I think I'm going to hold out for the lesser empowered meta magic rod. I'm only 1,000 gold short. There's 1,000 gold. Screw it. If I find a monk, I find a monk. He'll just have to hit things with a plain fist. Okay, that was 9 grand of shopping. You will take the meta magic wand. And I'll figure out how to use it later. Right. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna rest in a bed. Because that sounds like a good idea to me. How am I doing? I'm at a +2.
How may I serve you?
I need the help of a cleric. What is it to get rid of... Oh no, Death's Door's gone. Okay, Death's Door can go by resting as well, apparently. Disease what is this? This is ability damage. And it can be removed with lesser restoration? Yeah, maybe I should have thought about that before spending all my money on 1 rod. I could have potentially done with picking up some more Cure Light Wounds. Do have a few Cure Light Wounds potions. Possibly should have thought about that more, but I didn't. Yeah, it said see a cleric in a city or get greater restoration cast on you. I mean, it could be different depending on difficulty level. I know that you can actually set the game to basically play by Pathfinder rules. I'm not playing it at that difficulty because the game basically says that it was balanced to the difficulty that I've got it at. And it's not an easy ride, so I think leaving it where it is good enough. Especially seeing as though it's a video game, and if I died, I'd just reload. And nobody really wants to see me reloading a lot, so whether I die or get pushed to death's door doesn't really make too much difference. Everybody else is good apart from me and my 4 points of ability damage. And I think Tristan has a restoration spell. Ooh, he's got 2. Scorching Ray, Cure Moderate Wounds. I should do something about the Cure Moderate Wounds. Come on, please be a 4. Please be a 4. Yes, I got a 4. I'm just glad I didn't need to burn both of those. I could have done if I was really insistent on getting the whole 4 points of dex back. I probably wouldn't have done. I'm British Bumbershot. Yeah, a friendly GM doesn't go amiss either. I wouldn't know. I've not really met very many friendly GMs. Most seem to be just quite vicious. No, did I want to go that way? Yes, I do, because I want to go to Sycamore Hall. That's where I'm going now. Am I going? I'm trying to remember, did I clear downstairs? And also, you know, you might say friendly GM. I'm not a friendly GM. I am actively trying to kill people at times in games because, for one, I feel a lot of the time, and did I do something daft on one of these screens? I seem to be carrying a lot of stuff again. No, I'm not. Where is it coming up with 200 and... Nah, whatever. Oh yeah, read the recipe. There we go. What's that? Written orders. Copy the recipe. Don't know what the other recipe I copied was. And I just tried looking on my stream video to see if I could see it, but I'm sort of like a couple of seconds behind. Did I finish out clearing off? No, I didn't. I didn't clean up this corridor. Being game mother in Alien RPG gives you some really great rolling tables and bringing your players to death's door. Yeah, I mean, in Alien RPG, it's kind of expected that somebody's gonna die. For me, it's all like, it doesn't matter which system that I'm playing, I can be actively trying to kill a player for the sake of, you know, narrative. Because I do feel that in D&D and any role-playing game, death has a place, it has a meaning, as long as it's not against a bunch of mooks.
What's that?
It just sucks if it's against a bunch of mooks. And I appreciate some, like Alien RPG, probably, you know, there isn't any mooks. The mite watches you angrily and hisses. Oh, good for you. I mean, we were killing all of the mites. Oh, try and talk to him 3 times, and apparently he didn't like that.
You can't stop me.
So that's a thing. I can go back to using my punch targets. This is a very tough mite.
Serves you right.
But yeah, in some games it's all like, in Alien RPG, I have a feeling that it's all like, you know, there are certain points where it's like, yep, you're dead. It doesn't really matter. Wand of Bane, 3 scrolls of lesser restoration, irony, masterwork dagger, studded leather. He didn't really seem to have much else of use. That reminds me, I want to change up some of Tristan's spells. You have another level 1 slot available. I really should check this more frequently before resting. You're fine. Nobody else casts spells. You. I can get rid of one of these restorations. Eagle Splendor, Owl's Wisdom, Hold Person. Hold Person would be nice. Ball Strength. Cat's Grace. Cat's Grace. See. There is no Cat's Grace. Huh. I thought they all basically came at the same level. Because basically that gives a +4 bonus to the Constitution. That's +4 to Strength. That's a +4 to Charisma. That's a +4 to Wisdom. There should be Cat's Grace and Fox's Cunning. And they're not here. That is slightly annoying. Let's take a Remove Paralysis. And try to remind me of... to remove that once I've used it up. Because it's not really all that useful to me. Seeing as though Tristan can actually just take any second level spell and decide, no, I want it to be a cure moderate wounds. Right, so how do I get out? There it is. So yeah, I think in role-playing games, death does have a place. But trying to force it sometimes is pretty much impossible. And you can, to a certain degree, in certain systems, it's all like, no, you the GM have a bit of a fiat, and it's all like, in Alien RPG, it's all like, yeah, the smallest xenomorph traps you in a room, you're trapped. You have, literally no time to convince the GM as to why you shouldn't be dead. And that's it. If you fail to convince them why you shouldn't be dead, you're dead. Whereas in most games that I play, it's like anybody else can and will be able to kill. With me and D&D, Starfinder, Pathfinder, it doesn't matter what I run. My dice rolls just don't allow for it. Shouldn't we stop that?
Oh, my impromptu rival. You are late, as always. A little advice: never join any races. Speed is just not for you.
Tartuccio, we meet again. What is with this disguise, Tartuccio?
Do you mean the performance I put on for the kobolds? Wasn't this an excellent idea? The poor folks did everything I wanted, even started a brawl with their beloved neighbor mites. I did not even need to make any effort to complete my mission. That is why I will always be a step ahead of you and the like.
And this is the person I nearly made the hero of my book? Ew.
Without a doubt, Vice does have its advantages. However, in the end, it always, you hear me? Always gets what it rightfully deserves.
See, I'm tempted just to attack, so is he biding time to be able to bounce out? Let's see if we can get him to reveal his master plan. What are you looking for here? Why did you need all this?
Don't take me for an idiot. I am not going to tell you anything, even despite the fact that I am going to kill you. By the way, did you know I am going to kill you?
He didn't fall for my ruse, people. I know that you were going to try and kill me. But I'm feeling good. Right. Let's see. Amory got fairly high up. That's not too bad. I mean, there's lots of kobolds. This could have been a mistake.
This way.
But don't feel it was with a 2 to hit. It's these moments I wish I had a true caster wizard and a fireball. Everybody else is flat-footed, so I could actually just walk up to Tartuccio and bludgeon him around the skull. Possibly should have raged. Oh, there's even a kobold behind us. Tristan,
You forced my hand.
you've got ranged weapons. Oh, that was a fireball. Tartuccio, when I said I wished for a fireball, I didn't want you casting the fireball. Okay, let's inspire some courage. Valerie, take
Stay
out that guy.
behind me.
Nope. Hey, I've got evasion, or so it would seem. They're not exactly the smartest of creatures, crit commissions. Kobolds. He possibly
This should do.
just revealed himself, but he's still got them convinced that he's going to introduce them to a dragon.
Go down!
Can we retreat now?
No, you can't retreat now.
I'll try to make this swift.
Come on. Oh god, he got off mirror image. That's cute.
This is for you! You deserved it.
Yeah, didn't hit a mirror. See, I was not expecting this to go as easy as it has done. In all honesty. Valerie. I mean, they're not excessively dangerous. That was a crit for 2 points of damage on Tristan. How very dare y'all. Stab that guy behind you.
Calculated risk.
Hammery just doesn't like kobolds. This is Tristan. Move away from the kobold. And you don't have any spells that do damage. Well, you do, but it's a bit of a waste on that guy. Octavia. You also move away from the kobold who could possibly stab you and cast acid spot. It's good or reliable. Wow, you needed a 3 to hit and you missed.
Any last wishes?
I mean, sometimes you just got to be impressed with how impressive people are when they miss on such rolls.
This will hurt.
Bring it.
And then I remember it's me rolling dice. I know that they're digital dice, but gods, I can't roll dice.
So it's come to this.
This is where I
Dum
step
dum
in.
dum 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 dum. That's everybody missing this round.
Strike is one.
Oh no, Valerie hit. Was not expecting it from Valerie.
Let's try this way.
Right, can you move 5 foot in this direction and hopefully they'll go for Valerie. Kill that guy. Thank you. And move back over that way. Almost impressed. Why do you manage to hit? And that's another hit. Finish him. And turn around and engage these two. Goes around the tank and stabs me in the back. Great stuff. And then regretted it. And this should just be the end of it. So, deliver Tartuccio to Creston, dead or alive. I do believe it's going to be dead now. I think you've stopped inspiring the courage. Yes, you have. So many dead bodies. So many dead. I mean, I can pretty much assume that it's just going to be junk from these people. Apart from maybe Tartuccio. I just picked up a dagger and I don't know why. Rest of Inquisitor's broken crossbow. This item once belonged to an ancient brethren. An expert in antiquities may find it interesting. I got a wand of magic missile, always great to have, and another ring from Tartuccio. Short bow, some armor. That is it. And a pedestal of some sort formed by a tangle of tree roots. It seems that some long and narrow object rested here until recently. There is no sign of it now, which I'm guessing is what Tartuccio was pushing through that portal when we arrived. Scroll of Divine Favor. Calling upon the strength and wisdom of a deity, you gain a +1 luck bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls for every 3 levels of cast. That's not too bad. Heavy shield unidentified, I'll take it. A ring and some pieces of paper. And there's also something back here, which is another token of a dryad. Woo! Alright. Oh yeah, they collapsed it on the kobolds, didn't they?
Follow my lead.
Oh, there we go. Friend, we fight! Might, run away! You find Tartuk and Relic! Escape! Might! Escape! Tell the truth. I mean, I'm gonna have to tell the truth. But I could lie and say that Tartuk ran away with the sycamore branch. But I am lawful good and therefore tell the truth. Thanks, commissions. Tartuk deceived everyone. It was he who stole the sycamore branch from the kobolds to make war with the mites. He attacked me and he was killed. I now possess both sacred branches. Treacherous! Treason! Requires chaotic, and I don't even know we get to know what it says. Now these dungeons belong to the kobolds. I hope our alliance lasts, Chief, by giving over 1 branch. Or I could murder them all with a... now that Tartuccio has been dealt with, it's time to deal with you. I am lawful good, this is lawful neutral, so it's kind of close enough for a council job, I suppose. Give 1 branch. Now these dungeons belong to the kobolds. I hope our alliance lasts, Chief. Wise and fearless. Loyal friend. You, friend, kobold. Now, always, glory! Kobolds are so sweet. I'm so glad you were able to make friends with him. Friends, await. Glory, 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 glory! Friend, we fight. Might run away. Tell the truth. Give 1 branch. Okay. I don't know why that just looped. Decide the fate of the relics. I mean, do I still have the other relic? Right, so that's still ticking. That's to do with the Night Lord and the bitter rival. Alas, Tartuccio preferred to fall in battle rather than surrender. I didn't really get him, give him a choice. Kestrel, Garrus, and the Sword Lords must learn of his fate. Okay. That's down, that's outside. Here's hoping that now the fog magically disappears. Because if it doesn't, I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be doing next. Before we go outside, I do actually just want to bring some of this healing up. Let's have a cure light on you. That was a cure moderate.
Something bothering you?
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to use a cure moderate on you, but oh well. Close enough. You're looking healthier. And leave.
What a sorry spectacle. The treacherous servant of a treacherous king, who in his turn is mere servant to even greater powers. He impersonates a lesser creature and dies. A good joke is a powerful weapon, and a bad one can seal the Joker's fate. So be it. Rise, my unfortunate jester. Your performance is not over yet.
Treachery! I'm guessing if I run back in there, he's going to be gone. And to a certain degree, it's like the GM in me and the player in me knows that I'm not aware of that. That was happening in the back of the mysterious cave. There is one curious little thing that I'm tempted to try out before I leave here, and I have a feeling that I'm going to leave here pretty much for good, but there is this camp where there was a lot of dead bodies around. So I am going to heal up, and I am going to rest at this camp, because it seems like a terrible idea. Your fear tastes so delicious. Get ready for battle with a giant floating skull. Tried scaring everybody. I don't think that worked on anybody. Viscount Smolderburn. Alright. Do we know anything about you? No, we don't. Other than your level 11? 13? Oh, this might have been a terrible idea, folks. Right, well, your name's Smolderburn, so have some cold damage. I mean, that wasn't great, but it was damage. Now, move back there a little. Lindsay, let's have some inspiration. And let's move you back a little. And Tristan, let's have a bless. And move you back a little. And then Amory is third. Great stuff. Did I take remove fear with Tristan? Oh, look. Valerie is also third. Great stuff. There goes the tanks. And I am also third. So I'm going to run away as well. Great. More fear from this guy. Okay, great stuff, great stuff. Do we know anything about him yet? No, we do not. Oh, needed a 20 to hit, so great, great. Glitter dust. Yeah, let's make sure he doesn't go invisible. Oh no, he just saved against it. Is he glitter dusted? Yes, he is glitter dusted. He just didn't get blinded, I think is the benefit. If they fail. Right, let's have some scorching rays. Oh, not. I think I might have to reload this. Because nobody can hit that guy. Ooh, Valerie managed to save? Or no, she's still frightened. She just got far enough away that it turned off for a moment. I mean, can you crossbow this guy?
This should do it.
Yeah, it's a 20 from everybody to hit.
Consider me provoked.
Even on the touch attack, I think. Yeah, touch AC, a dexterity bonus of 12, deflection 5, dodge 1. Yeah, I'm gonna reload this before I waste too much time trying to kill something that is just absolutely unkillable at my current level. Because yes, it's only doing scare at the moment and everybody's running around, but it's going to attack at some point. One would assume. Oh, that's from before. Let's go back to the quick save. By the way, it's like, yeah, we're just going to save it right before the combat began. And let's move away from the creepy, scary place. I mean, it's level 14, so at some point in the game I might get a chance to come back. Where is that guy stationed? That's a curiosity. Tell Crystal of Tartuccio's fate. Yeah, there's Bombardowski. Yeah, there's definitely options that I've got. I'm not sure at what point those options really open up, and there's a chance that I'll actually just forget about it anyway. This is kind of my first playthrough. I've tried playing it a couple of times, and it might be something that opens up later on. If I remember, Bandit Conjurer. Bandit. Could you just not now? I'm kind of stood in your way now, aren't I? I mean, you can get the other bandit. Well, actually, you don't need to charge for that one. I think I did. Did I take Remove Fear with Tristan? Remove Paralysis. I knew it was one of the two.
Serves you right.
Let's get rid of this Conjurer first of all, hopefully, maybe. Well, he regretted life choices.
Consider me provoked.
Another thing is, with my dice rolling skills, chances are it would be the one person who can cast Remove Fear would be the only person who actually got hit with the fear. But they'd also be somebody really important, like the person who also has resist energy. Thank you for dying so quickly. Kill Light Wounds. And junk. So that got me 0 XP. Or was that just from... Oh no, that was from the conjured things. I got 18 XP for, I guess, both of them. Welcome to the channel, by the way, Bombadukski. Cancel, continue, there we go.
I need to catch my breath.
Yes, we're gonna sleep when we get there. Oh look, we're here. Let's turn in this quest and see... That's what I'm hoping for, the fog to clear. Do we know where... Oh, hello. Greetings. The nymph's voice, tender voice comes to you softly. The scent of flowers and evening dew is dizzying. In this darkest hour, I had not even dreamed of encountering someone in these lands who could stand against the one who blighted me. But you appeared, and you brought hope along with you. With the strength of the fog fading, I am able to show you the way to the Stag Lord's fortress. Please, go there. Slay our enemy before he can strike another blow. The Stag Lord's fort has been revealed. Will you help me in the battle? I cannot. The nymph lowers her head. My power is barely enough to make a slight tear through the veil of fog. Keeping the way open to you is all I can do to help. What happens after I defeat the Stag Lord? Will I ever see you again? The nymph casts her eyes down for a moment. And you would like to see me again? Then yes. Of course, I'll come to you once the tormentor is gone for good. I really hope to have a chance to show you my true beauty, and to show you the true beauty of these lands, the meadows and flowers. You can count on me. I'll deal with the Stag Lord and his minions. No one will ever harm you again. Your words resonate inside my soul. Now I can see that I chose the right person, worthy to hear my pleas. Should you lose, my heart will stop with yours. But should you win, the sun shall rise once more over these lands. In its rays, in that ring of dance, in the ring dance of blooming life, we shall meet again. I leave you a small gift, a token of hope, and the reward that awaits you after all these hardships. Farewell. No. Take care. And I received the nymph's gift, which I have been auto-sorting this. This is Tartuccio's ring. It's a protection +1. Does it benefit you at all? It does. Let's make you a 29, because why not? And the necklace grants the wearer a +2 dodge bonus to AC. That's curious. Is that a dodge bonus? Oh no, that's a deflection bonus. Oh. You're getting a dodge bonus from elsewhere? I'd guess. Or some things just aren't stacking for you. Does it stack for you? No, it does not. Next up is Amory. It's not. Oh, it's only against ranged attacks. Right. So I'll still take it then. I mean, it's not as grand as a 2 bonus to all attacks, but ranged attacks will certainly be nice. It will help when I run away. The Wand of Pain, the Wand of Lead, and Magic Missile. Magic Missile is a nice one for somebody just to have, just in case. I think that's just about it. The Might's Relic. So where is what's his face? Is he inside? Joven.
In due
Go
time.
ahead. Ah, Kestrel. Kestron. Before you stands a heavy-set man with grim, determined features. His webbed face is crossed by several scars, yet they do little to mar his appearance. His gaze is heavy, but he avoids eye contact, as if afraid of unwittingly sharing whatever burden weighs so heavily upon him. Crescent, I failed to capture Tartuccio alive. He attacked me and was killed.
Well, this is not the best outcome, but I think it will be good enough for Jamandi. Take this as a reward for your help. I'll send word to Restov and let them consider how they might return the favor.
And I got 1,000 gold coins. Woo.
Once again, I thank you for your help. I'll remain here until my men recover from their wounds. Meanwhile, we'll help guard the trading post and fight off any bandits should they return. Good luck in all your plans and endeavors.
Tartuccio the Scoundrel turned out to be a Patak spy. He faced our glorious leader in... I want to read it now. That's curious. It said something up there, but it's not actually repeated anywhere else as far as I can see. Because the last entry in this is... With Tartuccio's death, both sacred branches came into our possession. These priceless relics were the whole reason the Mites and Kobolds clashed in their cruel wall. We must deal with it, and, you know, I gave the Kobold relic back to the Kobolds. But it doesn't say anything else about... That's a curious little thing, especially since it flashed up and disappeared so quickly. Right, how are we doing for level? We got 4,000 to go. How are we doing for time? We got about 10 minutes to go. Right, somebody was complaining about being exhausted. Probably going to pretty much leave it here.
That is not far.
So if anybody is just watching for the action and the gameplay, then thank you for coming. I will be here next Tuesday at roughly the same time. I will be here on Thursday at 10 PM British Summer Time. And at that point, we will go off and we will go see the Stag Lord over in the Stag Lord's Fortress. I remember things. Wonder where it is. Nettle Crossing, Fangberry Cave, Boggart Hunting Grounds. Oh, it's all the way down there. Stag Lord's Fort. At some point I should probably do these side quests that have been starting to linger. But yes, I shall be doing that first thing pretty much next session. I'm just going to close off this session by going up to somebody and finding about their backstory. A little bit, or as much as it's going to do. I don't really fancy talking to Amory. She's very aggressive right now. Well, she's always aggressive. She's a barbarian. I've done Valerie. Let's talk to Tristan. I've already done some of Tristan's. Yeah, we'll finish off Tristan. What can you tell me of Serenray? Serenray is the goddess of temperance and patience. Solar Flame Goddess teaches us compassion for the weary and mercy for those who go astray. What would you like to know of her? I'd like to hear about the history of your faith. There is much to tell, but I'm afraid I would miss the mark, and I fear I would bore you. Is there something specific you wished to know? How did Serenray come to be? Serenray is one of Golarian's oldest deities. Once she was an angel that had gathered the armies of her celestial allies behind her. The battle in which she showed her valor decided the fate of the whole world, and, in her victory, she was rewarded with divinity. In sacred texts, Serenray is shown to be a beautiful bronze-skinned maiden, her hair dancing flame. But her appearance is not what matters. It is the grace she brings with her touch, healing and salvation. Tell me of this battle you mentioned. What was the act of valor of Serenray? Her greatest moment of glory in her battle against the monstrous Rugravov, and my computer just interrupted me with something, who threatened to destroy Golarion. Serenray delivered the strike that staggered the horrendous creature and allowed her allies to shackle it. Once the rough beast was captured, the goddess split the earth, and the gods threw the behemoth into the depths. Once it was done, the goddess sealed the pit and commanded her faithful to stay away from the scar that was left in the land. Alas, mortal beings are imperfect. Not even the most faithful among us can always follow their deity's commandments, even when such commandments are meant to save the world and their followers. I, for one, pray the goddess will never allow such a fury. I pray the goddess will never again as furious as she was with Gormuz. You mentioned Gormuz? What happened to it? An error in faith, perhaps a lesson. But I speak of dangers when one listens to. But it speaks of the danger when one listens to mortal words and one stops listening to their faith. Serenray forbid her followers from coming near the place of Rovaguk's imprisonment, but some of her priesthood misread her will and began to preach of a sacred place, where the mightiest temples dedicated to the goddess were to be constructed. The people listened to the sermons and went forth to the lands touched by Serenray's scimitar. On the scar that sealed the well, they founded Gormuz, a holy city that became the greatest monument to Serenray. Unsurprisingly, after the city was built, faithful from all over Golarion traveled there to worship. Serenray sent omens and visions, urging her followers to leave these dangerous places filled with the dark will of the shackled Rovaguk. But in their pride, the people misinterpreted or ignored her signs altogether, for they had already come under Rovagug's influence. Finally, the goddess sent her herald to the city, but the fanatics killed him. Realizing the people had turned from her, the enraged goddess smote Gormuz, raising it from the face of Golarion in a single strike of her scimitar. Today, it is called the Pit of Gormuz, a well of pain and suffering. Tell me about the Pit of Gormuz. It is a great crevasse in eastern Kazmaron. The land surrounding it are dead, soaked in poison. The Pit of Gormuz seems bottomless, until someone dares to gaze into its depths. All who have dared tell of a strange, distant glow, a glow that followed them in their dreams ever since. Throughout all of history, the Pit of Gormuz has spawned creatures, hideous beasts of overwhelming power and driven by only a single desire, to destroy everything they see. Some were defeated, such as the nightmarish Ulanat, whose carapace to this day towers above the capital of Osirian. Others proved too strong to be defeated by mortal hands. The most terrible of them all was the Tarask. Yeah, that says Tarask. Tarask, the Armageddon engine, who still lies deep beneath Avestan. What is Avestan? Avestan's a continent of Golarion where most of this is set, I believe. Have wars ever been waged in Serenray's name? Alas, yes, terrible battles were once fought between the followers of Nethys, Norgorbur, and Serenray in the lands now known as Rahadomu. To my shame, I must admit that this conflict was started by my brothers and sisters. They came to a foreign land to make way for the goddess's light with sword and fire. That calamity became known as the Oath War, a catastrophe that led the inheritors of Rahamadu to deny all gods, banning all faiths from their lands. Alas, the mortal vessel is imperfect, and even a pure faith may be distorted by blind ambition, and great suffering may occur in its name. I want to ask you something else. What are the teachings of Serenray? Solar flame goddess in the light of salvation, even to those who is the light of salvation, even to those who have been forsaken by other gods. She teaches us mercy and forgiveness, for as long as they may be useful to a soul's salvation. Yes, a panda. There are a few pets that grant buffs that you can pick up throughout the game. I don't know whether some of these is because I've got DLC, because I was one of the original backers of the Kickstarter, or whether it's because I've bought into an upgraded edition. But yeah, I have a red panda, a cat, and some fairy dragon, I believe. All give different skill bonuses. You make it sound like the followers of Serenray will try to find good even in a bandit with a knife at their throat. Do not mistake compassion for weakness, Chiron. One hand of Serenray is shrouded in healing light. The other holds a scimitar. Following their goddess, the priests learn to wield this weapon starting in childhood, and they do not hesitate to use it in a dispute that cannot be settled peacefully. Serenray preaches mercy, yet her compassion is not infinite. We give a second chance to all who ask, but if they reject it, if they persist in their sins, they will face the goddess's retribution. Are there any undeserving of mercy? Tristan blindly gazes past you into the distance for several moments. When he speaks again, his voice is quiet, reflective, as if echoing his thoughts. Undeserving of mercy? Would even Serenray herself find the compassion to... Tristan shudders, as if awakening from a trance. Forgive me, your words, they are not easy ones to reconcile, and even priests such as I, we debate them to this day. What is the point at which a soul is irredeemable? Or is it the failings of the priests themselves? These are difficult questions you ask, Chiron. Questions wise men have debated for centuries. Does a being that is being tainted by evil to its very roots, that rejects its own salvation, still deserve compassion? Can those compelled to do evil by others seek forgiveness? There is no easy answers to these issues among Serenray's followers. As for me, I believe that every soul carries the potential for goodness within. No matter the crime, the guilty may find forgiveness if they repent and cast off the evil that led to the deed. I believe this with all my heart, Chiron. I do not agree. There are crimes that cannot go unpunished. What is of greater importance, a living soul or the laws of nations, one's salvation or observance of rules? Know that I hold you in high esteem, but it is difficult for me to agree with you on the issue. What are the duties of a follower of Serenray? My goddess strives to see the best, even in the dark gods. She never abandons the hope of their redemption. The priests of Serenray follow her teachings. Akin to the healing light herself, who emanates warmth and heeds the calls of those in need, we aid the suffering in body and spirit throughout Galarian. The priests of Serenray are willing to help anyone, no matter the faith of the one in need. Each plea must be heard. Every misfortune deserves compassion, be it a peasant seeking the blessing for the harvest, or a murderer seeking repentance in the night of their execution. Sometimes the mercy of Solar Flame Goddess is the last thing and that can save one's soul from ruin. We have no right to withhold it from those who truly repent. How is Serenray worshipped? Many worship Solar Flame Goddess in their temples. Some make pilgrimage to the Everlight Oasis. But even those who do not serve the goddess directly rarely shun the festivities dedicated to her, the Sun-wrought Festival for one. What are the temples of Serenray like? Serenray shrines are often open to the sky and to the goddess' life-bringing sunlight. Her light fills the temple, enshrouds the parish in warmth, and grants its blessing to all in need. In Kalesh, crowds gather during the service so that they may feel the blessings of the goddess. The most ingenious devices are constructed by some faithful to please the goddess. I have seen a temple of Serenray which houses a complicated array of mirrors, all to direct the light of the sun to the altar. Tell me of the Everlight Oasis. I have never been there, but the stories say it is a wondrous place, sacred to Serenray's faithful. The oasis is located in Zel Shabadar, which lies in Kazmaron. Pilgrims from throughout Galarian travel there, seeking the goddess's blessing. According to the legend, the waters of the Everlight Oasis are imbued with healing properties, and anyone who bathes in them shall be cured of any ailment. Just imagine, a place where people from all around the world come to gather. What stories they must share. What is the Sun-wrought Festival? The Sun-wrought Festival takes place on the day of the summer solstice, when the prayers of her flock can reach Serenray easiest. On this day, Kalesh blooms with colour. In each corner of the Padishah Empire, the people praise their goddess by dancing and singing, setting off fireworks and flying kites. I hope this beautiful custom shall one day reach your lands as well, Chiron. That is all I wanted to know about this. The more I hear, the more it seems your Serenray isn't worth a damn. No, I've heard enough of Serenray. Alright, I should go. And that is basically Tristan's lore on Serenray. I do believe we are a little over time here. A little bit. I am curious to see. So, thank you for coming. Don't forget to drop us a follow if you wish to get notifications when I next play. See the schedule for when I do play. And next time we'll be off to the Staglord's Fort. Let me go to the closing screen. There we go. So yeah, I mentioned this at the top of the stream, but I'll mention it here again. If you go over to my YouTube channel, I've actually started uploading videos daily there of me playing through Command & Conquer Remastered Edition. I'm currently playing through the North side. Each mission is its own little video. Some missions are like 3 minutes long. Some missions are considerably longer and made longer still by my repeated failures. So, that's going to be exclusive to YouTube. I'm not going to restream them here up on Twitch. So, by all means, go there and drop us a subscription. Subscribe to my channel and you'll get notified when they update. They are updating daily apart from on the days that I have, or the day after that I've streamed, because I'm also uploading my stream videos. And yeah, I think that just about covers it. I am going to find out if there is anybody around to raid. And because I usually raid into Hofsinger Games and she is online. So let's see if I can get this to work from outside of Twitch. It might work, it might not. There we go. Here, Hofsinger Games. Yeah, Hofsinger Games is painting today. She streams several times a week. Check out her schedule. Say hi from me if you join us in this raid. Just ask her about her schedule if you want to know what she's up to. But this evening she is painting minis, as far as I'm aware. We'll find out together when we get there. All right, thanks for coming. Daddy, bye.